It's the WIAA football playoffs on the Wisconsin.com game of the week, round one. And Madison Edgewood hosting Lodi in Middleton. Both of these teams are 7-2 and on winning streaks going into the playoffs. Lodi have 3 games. Edgewood has a winning streak of 4 games. Of course, only one of these teams will have a winning streak after tonight, and one will move on. Let's go to the highlights. Edgewood has a big gain on its first play from scrimmage called back on a penalty, but it goes even bigger on the next snap. Quarterback Seth White hooks up with Jack Swettler down the right sideline, and Swettler can coast into the end zone for a 77-yard touchdown in the game's first minute.
We thought we had a chance with a big play right away there, inside leverage, so we just took a shot, and it was a great ball by Seth, great blocking by the line, and the rest was a touchdown.
Lodi has a promising drive to answer, but Garrett Volant loses the handle and Edgewood recovers. The 7-0 lead carries into the second quarter, but it's the Crusaders' turn to be careless with the ball, and Evan Bondock turns it over. Another Blue Devils drive into Edgewood territory goes for naught. Nathan Koziel underthrows this pass, and Ben Young comes down with it at the 20. Next play from scrimmage, and the Crusaders turn the turnover into points. Chris Wells takes the pitch from White, gets a nice block on the edge by Bondock, and turns on the Jets to go 80 yards, nearly untouched for a 14-0 Edgewood lead.
There's been games I've had 20 yards, 100 yards, but I don't care what anybody say. All my scoring happened is because of blocking. Jack Swettler, Evan Bondock, and Ben Young. My linemen did a great job, so hey, give them credit too.
Third down for Lodi, but Edgewood's Tom Richards is going to break through and haul down Koziel for the sack.
They were blitzing off the edge. They were blitzing up the middle. We didn't know where they were going to blitz, but they got that pressure on, and that really disrupted our timing in the backfield for getting plays off. They have good cover guys. They stood up when they needed to. You know, their defense toughened up when they needed to, and they kept us out of there, and we hurt ourselves along the way.
Edgewood lines up for a 40-yard field goal on the last play of the half, and Jake Dragu splits the uprights to send the Crusaders to the locker room with a 17-point lead. More miscues from Lodi in the third quarter. Ryan Guile is back to punt, but the snap short hops him and he's forced to scramble. He gets away a good desperation throw, but it falls to the ground. Edgewood takes that good field position and goes up 24-0 when Young goes in from a yard out. Guile is in punt formation again for the Blue Devils, but this fake is a planned one, and Guile gets the first down to keep the Lodi offense on the field. But Edgewood's pass defense comes up big. On third down, Koziel tries to find tight end Danny Padley, but Matt Ripple steps in front of the pass. On a later drive, Padley shows off his 6'5", 195-pound frame after a completion from Koziel, bouncing off defenders and breaking tackles before finally going down. Another fourth down for the Blue Devils, and Koziel launches the ball into the end zone where it's tipped by Ripple and hauled in by Nick Farney. Edgewood gets some big plays and his defense gets its first shutout of the season in a 24-0 victory that sends the Crusaders to the second round, where they'll play Walworth Bigfoot.
I think that we were able to help out our offense and take the pressure off them so they could sit back and in the end put up a few more points and not really worry about being neck and neck and trading off scores, since we were able to keep the score down to nothing. Obviously,
Very, very good team, but I am so proud of our kids. I mean, we could have laid down after the first couple scores and just said, enough is enough, and we didn't. We kept fighting, kept trying to move the chains.
Yeah, the first one's always a little nerve-wracking, and so it's always good to get that first one out of the way, and it was good to get the big touchdown run by Wells kind of, made us relax a little more, I think, because the way the defense was playing, it didn't look like they were going to score a lot of points.
Richard!